Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back at it again, man. You know what I'm saying? 2 days in a row. You dig? It's your boy Phil Walker. You own the fix, and I am the ambassador. You dig what I'm saying? Look here. We just had a hell of a debate between Knockout 86 and my boy Wayne Talk from the round table. All right? Just had a hell of a debate between those two guys. So what we come to do here is the post-debate breakdown. You dig what I'm saying? We here for people to give all their opinions about the shit. You dig? What boys could have did, what boys could have done, what boys didn't do. You understand what I'm saying? So today we finna run this thing up just like this right here. You dig? So we're gonna start off right here, and we also got a couple announcements that we need to make. I'm gonna keep it real, man. For me personally, I like what KO did as far as the debate series, man. He got a good thing going over there, man. So, I'm all about community. You dig what I'm saying? So if somebody's doing good work, we're gonna always give them a shout out. You dig? With that being said, man, I've been inspired to do something myself. Obviously, again, new channel. Been on YouTube for years. With that being said, man, I want to give back to the community. You dig? So anybody that's in here listening to me that do the playback game, you dig what I'm saying? I think y'all gonna like what I'm finna bring to YouTube because it's not about to be like any other thing inside the YouTube community. You dig? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my time. I'm finna send out this link. Okay, I'm gonna make my announcement because I got to announce it myself. Because like I said, I'm doing something different. I'm finna bring something different to YouTube, and like I said, it's gonna be educational. It's gonna be fun, and it's gonna get the viewers and the subscribers more involved in this boxing thing. You understand what I'm saying? So give me 1 second. All right. Let me send out this link, and then we're gonna make that big announcement. We're gonna make that big salute, man. I appreciate the new sub. I appreciate that, boss. Thank you. Um, Give me 1 second, man. Let me send out this information, man. We're gonna get this thing popping, man. We're gonna discuss this debate. I'm gonna make my announcement, man, and we're gonna have fun tonight, man. All right, man. All right. All right, I'm back at it. Look, I done pinned the stream yard in the chat for anybody who want to pull up. You dig what I'm saying? Get a piece, get their opinions about the debate, okay? And then after that, I'm gonna run it down. I'm gonna make my own personal announcement what I'm about to do for the YouTube community. The first guest we have it coming through the show right now is my man Coach K, aka Zone 6, the enforcer. ATL in the building. What's good, man?
What's up, man?
Mm-hmm. So what's the deal, man? I know you watched the debate, listen to the debate. Um, Let me ask you, man, were you able to make comments in the section? Were you able to comment in the section during the debate? Because I seen there was some complications in there, man. What you got for me on that? And then you also can tell me about your thoughts on the debate, who you won, what Wayne Talk could have did better, what KO could have did better, what points that you liked, what points you didn't like. You know how to do it, man. A full breakdown. What you got?
Well, I couldn't comment in this section at all. I don't know if I was I don't know if I was timed out or blocked, but it's one of those things, I swatted him out the paint last week, destroyed his little, undefeated streak, and really gave that motherfucker a real lesson on his platform. I came in and played a little smarter than what everybody else did. I made sure that we negotiated properly. What I witnessed and what I came to observe and what I do understand now, and I just wanted to get confirmation over there. What they're going to do is they're going to have you come in if you're civil and you're well behaved. You know what I'm saying? Like on some house nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? They going 3-0 you, might 2-1 you, but they're going to try to play like, hey, yeah, it was tough. It was this, it was that, but they 3-0 you. I felt like Wayne Talk won the first round because KO yet again did not stay to the question. He remixed the question. The question was who's projected to have a better career. He started talking about who's set up for a better career. That's not the same question. So he just did what he wanted to do and did not follow the script. He did the same thing in our debate. He got a bad habit of doing that. So he lost the whole entire round because it was off subject. It had nothing to do with anything. So any mistakes or rebuttals to what Boxing Talk or Wayne Talk was saying was null and void because he continued to still do what he wanted to do. And that's the way KO debates. He changed the question. He remixed the question. He changes small words and phrases to make it sound like something is not. And he absolutely botched the first round. And that's just being real. If you go back and look at the debate, KQKC announced the question clearly and concisely. He did not answer who's projected to have a better career. He answered who's set up to have a better career. So round one goes to B-Talk because he didn't follow instructions on his own platform. Okay, this guy's an idiot. I keep telling you guys that. And I'm going to keep talking shit to him, and I'm going to keep talking shit about him. He's an idiot. Second round, I think Wayne Talk did an excellent job at breaking down who had a better chance at beating Devin Haney. He really got into details. He really got into the weeds. He really broke it down based on what the fighters actually do, not something that they think they do, but he actually broke down the fight based on what they do and how they fight. Okay, I was actually visualizing what he was saying when he was breaking down the stylistic matchups. So B-Talk really, to me, started off 2-0. But however, I did agree with Knockout with his matchup assessment between the two, Shakur Stevenson and Tank. I do believe and I do agree. And when he came on my panel before the debate, those are some of the same talking points that I expressed and he expressed together about Tank being an accurate, precision power puncher. That's just something that just can't be denied. One of the biggest takeaways from it that I like that Wayne Talk did, and this was a super body in the first round. Wayne Talk listed a whole bunch of charges and a whole lot of outside the ring issues that could lead to your destruction as a professional boxer, professional athlete, across the board. That's universal language. We don't have to know boxing to know that that's not a good projection on a career. KO did not address that at all. The addressing was, and then all throughout the comment section was, that's personal. Okay, see, that wasn't going to work. Then he said something about Devin Haney charges, but he didn't list any charge. He just said he had charges. What charges did Devin Haney have? What was the outcome of those charges? And how does it feed into your point, which is how does that affect the trajectory of their career? Because you already arguing on who had the best setup. That's what you was arguing. So you bringing up charges is a double fumble because you're not on topic, but then you bring up something that don't even feed into the topic that you don't even supposed to fucking be talking about. Man, that guy, like, listen, man, you guys are around here being nice to these niggas, and you guys are being cute, and you guys are trying to, like, make it fair and make it whatever the fuck you guys are trying to do. But that shit is terrible, man. That guy has the judges was absolutely terrible. You could tell that I could tell to me, KQKC was agreeing with B-Talk. He was saying don't make facial expressions, but he was making facial expressions to me to show that he liked what B-Talk was talking about. Mm-hmm. The judges just kept it shady. The guy Jay, he was on the panel the day before speaking on the fact that he already had the preconceived notion that KO was going to win. So I don't even know how he became a judge. I don't see how a guy can judge It ain't complaining because it's up to Wayne Talk, but I don't see how a guy can be a judge if he was on the panel with the setup of the debate. I was expecting to see 3 new fresh people, not people who was on the debate show the night before.
Okay. You know, this is what I will say. The thing I didn't like in the first round that B Talk did was in his rebuttal, he kind of got off topic a little bit in the rebuttal phase. You understand what I'm saying? But my deal is this right here. I thought he broke out a very strong and valid argument about Tank Davis and his troubles outside of the ring. Now, one thing I wish he could have brought up in the rebuttal round was because, again, you just mentioned that KO kind of was, I think they were answering two different or debating two different points is what it appeared to be for me. You understand what I'm saying? I think Wayne Talk was more so what the actual question was, and my man KO was more so saying how he was set up at that very moment. The thing that Wayne Talk should have brought up at the very moment, Tank Davis is on house arrest. That's a direct reflection of his troubles outside of the ring. So if this man, as long as he's not fighting within the next 90 days, he's good. But he has to make it out of this probationary period in order to even have a potential fight later on down the line. I think that made, to me, in the rebuttal round, that's probably something I personally would have brought up if I was debating. But I think Wayne Talk, who proved a good point when he said his trajectory is truly going to land him in jail. I completely agree with that because for me personally, Tank is somebody that is underwhelming to me personally. So, hold on. Ryan Clark, what's up, man? What's up? Welcome to the show, boss. So for me personally, I think Tank Davis' performance inside of the ring has been underwhelming, and he's underachieved, right? I can't say he's underwhelming because I do like the way he fights, and he gets the job done. But I do feel as though he has underachieved as a competitor inside of the ring. And I don't think Wayne Talk hit the nail quite on the head in saying that, because this is the truth of the matter. Tank Davis came into boxing before all of those guys. He became a professional before all of those guys, and all those guys have surpassed him in accomplishments. That's just the truth of the matter. Shakur Stevenson, okay, two division champ, unified in one division. You understand what I'm saying? And obviously Devin Haney, another guy who was a product of the topic at hand, he's undisputed, right? So for me personally, I think Wayne Talk in that first round probably could have hit on all those cylinders. He didn't, but still in all, I think he proved to make good points about Tank Davis and where he is right now in his career and where his trajectory is. I mean, it's in black and white. The facts are the facts. The man has been getting in trouble, I mean, since 2017, right? And the truth of the matter is assault charges, battery charges. I mean, bro, how you gonna go to jail for putting your hands on a young lady? You understand what I'm saying? So my deal is this right here. Wayne Talk did a good job on the first round. The second 2 rounds, obviously, is up for interpretation, right? It's about what you like, what you want to hear. And I think if you're a judge with KO and you support his channel and you rock with his channel, you kind of already got an idea what homie gonna say. And if you rock with his channel, not saying guys aren't free thinkers, obviously guys are free thinkers. You may or may not agree with him, but I'm gonna lean toward, because I've been over there. I've been to his channel. Those guys are more so leaning towards the way he thinks, the way he observes Gervonta Davis versus somebody that's talking about Shakur Stevenson. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, man, Wayne went over there. He negotiated his own contract. He went over there. He didn't complain. He maintained his composure. I think he did a good job. You understand what I'm saying? Obviously, he got 3-0. The judges' decisions are the judges' decisions. It's the debaters' job to convince the judges, and sometimes you just got to be extremely good to go into a hostile environment and take the W. Ryan Clark, what you got for me, boss?
Can y'all hear me?
Loud and clear. You good. Get the smoke. What's up,
Okay,
baby? I see you in the chat. Lisa Bells, I see you in the chat. Go ahead, Clark.
I think it was biased. I think Wayne Talk won the first 2 rounds, and I think our buddy did good in the 3rd round. But here's my thing. One of the judges said this. Yeah, nobody want to talk about when Shakur Stevens had to go to court and be on the stand for what happened to Takeoff. Did you hear that, clown?
I did hear that. I did hear that. Yep.
I heard that too.
My thing is this. Dude, yeah, and then one time he was talking about who gonna get the fight. That has nothing to do with the topic. His whole thing was he'll get the fight first. No. Now, buddy bias. I was in this chat getting timed out 3-4 times. I've been disrespectful in there, man. Free zone 6. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I think he didn't have a fair shake. It was biased, bro. It was biased. Period, point blank. He came on Zone 6 platform on the round table where we hang out at, and bro, dude got a fair shake, bro. And I was trying to tell dude, if he wouldn't have spazzed out on that last little end like he did that time, I would have gave him a round, bro. He lost fair and square, and I kept reminding him, you got to cherry pop by Zone 6, dude. That kept timing me out every time, dog. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't know if y'all heard when he started talking to me and he told me I had to go to timeout at the end.
Yeah, we heard it. You heard it.
Yeah, you know, man, let me ask you something about that, right? Because like I said, man, I'm the ambassador. You dig what I'm saying? And as the ambassador, I need to get down to what the fuck is really going on with this shit, right? What do you think the problem is in the YouTube community where you can't say what you want to say, and guys take a lot of this shit to another level, a more so personal level? And I've been accused of this in the past myself, but as a guy that's been on here for a very long time, I've grown to understand that it's the internet, man. There's nothing you can say on here that's really gonna grind my gears at this point, right? So why do you think guys are so sensitive about this shit that we discussing? Because 85-90% of this shit, 70% of this shit is all opinion based. Most of this shit is opinion based. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas like to argue the facts, but I mean, at the end of the day, you can argue the facts with your goddamn self. I'm not doing that. You dig what I'm saying? So what do y'all think the problem is in the YouTube community? And shout out to my man Juice. I see you in there, man. Salute to you, my brother.
You mind if I cook real quick?
Go ahead, Clark. Yeah. Everybody can cook. It's a free fall.
So I'm gonna say this right here, man. He came on Zone 6 platform, and I mean, Zone 6 platform, and disrespected Zone. I mean, not disrespected Zone, but disrespected the panel, disrespected the judges. We called it foul.
You mean Zone went to KO platform?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and disrespected the judges. But when the chat was being disrespectful towards Zone, Zone popped out, said what he said. Hey man, hey, you can say what you want to say, man, but watch what you say towards the judges. I mean, towards the chat. You know what I'm saying? That came right back after he said that. Man, it's a bias. I know y'all got him. I know this. I know. Nah, dude, we calling it foul. I mean, he'll walk in contradiction. Man, he got a fan club, bro. If you would have been in the chat, looking at the chat, dog, and just seeing what's going on, bro, they was timing out people for nothing. And I said, okay, if you want to time me out, I'm gonna give you a reason to time me out. I start tripping enough, but I'm gonna give one guy a big up. BFTB. He was in the chat, keeping it real, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, Shakur Wood Bevin, he was like, not being biased. And, I respect him on that part. But other than that, bro, everybody I seen, they was mostly riding for him, bro. You know what I'm saying? On some totally biased shit. Because I guess, whoever they mess with, that's who they're gonna rock with. But I know one thing, you know, Zone, my boy, I talk to him pretty much every day. Y'all my guys. But I was like, man, you know, I'm not gonna have a bias, you know, in this judging. And I didn't have no bias. Zone beat him fair and square, bro. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't think he can live with that. The fact that he lost. You know what I'm saying, dude? You got defeated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, so you think that's something that he's taking personal or what? And then I'll go to Zone after you give your opinions about that, and then we'll get back more so toward the debate.
Yeah, man, it's something he's taking personal because, bro, in that dude head, since like he wasn't supposed to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really think he that good, and I'm not gonna take nothing from him. Bro is good, but bro really tripping. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I heard the dumbest thing I heard in round one. Wayne Talk cooked this dude. Want to tell you what the judge say? Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I need you a little more, you know, like, man, you got to be a little more entertaining. Man, not a rap battle, bro. Listen to what he's saying. You listen to his points. It's not.
Yeah,
a rap
you know
battle.
what, man. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this right here, Clark. To me, that was a bunch of that was some bullshit. I mean, because the debate, you know, it shouldn't matter how animated you are in the debate, right? What matters is what comes out of your mouth. If you're making good points, if you're making good rebuttals, I don't think that should have a factor on it. You know, obviously it's entertaining and people need to be entertained. But people come here to hear the points, not to see somebody act a donkey. You dig what I'm saying? Or act a monkey out here. So I agree with you on that, man. Zone 6, what's your thoughts on the question I asked earlier, man?
Well, it's hypocrisy. I mean, because I went over there at the donkey the first round, and I got a different response. Man, they're gonna give a different response for everybody. It doesn't matter who plug in there. It's a plug and play system. They're going to prefer you to come over there nice, humble, and cool so they can fake respect you. So they can fake, oh yeah, you know, you did good, man. You know, Wayne Talk, y'all gonna have your handfuls, but you beat them, so you comfortable with that. But see, I beat you, and I'm asking you for the winner of the tournament, and you acting like that ain't gonna happen. Because here's the thing with me and him. I'm finna tell y'all this right now. The winner of that tournament got to come see me because I'm going to chew their ass up. But see, this is the problem, though. I'm not doing it on that platform. He going to get called out, and we're going to do an open mic. See, all that sitting there long-winded talk, I don't like the format. I keep telling y'all that's not how we really get down. This is my last time looking over there at that shit. It was cool and it was cute, in my opinion. And I got it. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to keep it structured and organized. But man, that shit getting out of hand because now they've structured it into a fix. They fixed it. You know what I'm saying? It's not fluid or tangible. It's no X factors into the debate. It's strictly fixed. You know what I'm saying? It's a fixed system. The judges, the host, the moderator. And see, what happened with me was I threw him for a loop. And even though I picked the judges and he agreed to that, my judges and who I brought was being honest and fair. You see what I'm saying? But they let this man, they 9-0 be talk, but then at the same time said he's going to be a handful. He's going to be great. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. But y'all 9-0 the guy. Then with me.
3-0.
No, listen what I'm saying. 9-0 them, meaning that every round, all three said it.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. I got you. I got what you're saying. Yeah.
They said it was close, but KO. They even said in the chat 9-0. They said they never saw a 9-0 before. See what I'm saying? See, I 3-0'd him in the second round. And then we 2-1'd each other back and forth. You see what I'm saying? So it still was the separations within the rounds for between me and him. Even if you say the last round was close, it's still 3-0 in the two in the back end of the round. I mean the second round. But with Wayne Talk, they flushed him out every round. And I'm like, now one judge saw it. Not one of the rounds, not one judge saw it for Wayne Talk, never. So only thing I'm gonna say is this. That's cool. It makes sense. I get what they're doing. I got it. I'm like a computer. I ain't even got to talk about it no more. He got to come up off that shit, and it got to be a situation where he had open dialogue. And if I'm gonna debate him, because I'm the champ, and if I'm debate the winner of that tournament, we're not doing that shit. We're doing some shit that's different. We going to the 90s because we gotta get to the bottom of this because this stuff right here. These opinionated debates, which is cool, which is ongoing, we need to see him debate something that's more decisive and that has a conclusion to it. That way we can figure out if he's full of shit or not. Because all this stuff what he's saying is abstract and opinionated. It is all subjective. See, but if we get this son of a bitch on a 90s topic, then where the conclusion is foregone, see, now it's different. Now we can see what he really knows. So we get this boy on that Monzon and that Hagler, or we get this dude on this goddamn Ward and not even Canelo, but Ward and Calzaghe, you know what I'm saying, Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, something like that, where we can really see what he gonna say with a foregone conclusion. Then I can kind of respect it more. But until then, I'm telling you, it's just a fix, and they got it scripted. They talk to each other behind closed doors. They're giving each other messages and stuff like that. It was really Wayne talk versus probably his whole network of team behind the scenes. They probably texting each other. Man, y'all don't know what these dudes do. The dude Jay, the one who talked last, I told you he was already going against B-Talk, giggling and laughing the day before on the panel. He was giggling and laughing, saying, "Oh man, he gonna get you." So when he was a judge, I said, "How the hell he become a judge?" So
you know, that was weird though. That was weird. Yeah.
That didn't make sense. So, like I said, man, in closing and pass the rock, I got to see Cuz on a concluded subject matter that is decisively, universally understood, and hear him cook on that. That's what it has to be. And there's no more going to his platform. He need to come off that and go to somewhere else.
Well, you know, it's always, you know, this platform is always open to everybody. You dig what I'm saying? As long as you come through with the right respect, you know, we can always come over here, and I'm going to moderate the fuck out of it. You dig what I'm saying? Especially, hey, look, if you don't know, I am the ambassador, and I do moderate all Coach K's debates, a.k.a. Zone 6. You dig what I'm saying? And he said he want the winner of the tournament. Now, we're going to talk about that tournament in a second. Hold on, Clark. Let me introduce my man. Get the Smoke is in the building, man. I appreciate you stopping through and showing love to the channel, baby. What's up, man? What you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? Shout out to Wayne for his performance. I was going in and out. I was at the store and moving around, so I couldn't be like in the chat and reading all that stuff and being supporting that way. But shout out to him for giving us at least some entertainment and doing his best to extend this box of knowledge to the people. So earlier today, Zone went on, and I told him, you know, like Knockout. I don't know if you guys heard at the beginning. Yeah, Knockout. He's been on my bumper for days. He called me every fucking day. He sold the hell out of this tournament this morning. So
he wants you to get in the tournament, right?
Yeah. So okay. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm in. So I told Zone this morning, yeah, Knockout, sign me up. And he's like, all right, so the belt's on the line. And I'm like, I understand the sentiment, but they're really two different kind of places. Like the way that we rock over here is really fundamentally different than what they got going over there, especially when it comes to like the judging and the sophistication of like their boxing knowledge. Like they just, I don't know, man. You want to do it? I'm down for it. Like it's your thing. But I don't know. For me, this place is special because you can go any fucking era. It goes until we get a clear win. Like, you know, you get it all off of it's all you get to get it all off of your chest, and you're not like the winners are determined by like the format and you know the biasness of the judges, that kind of shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, there is some bias to the judges, but whatever. I feel like most of the judges that happen over here are fairly solid people, where I think that I think everyone, even the judges over there, some of them will admit themselves that they're like kind of new to the sport when it comes to like, you know, their level of understanding, level of knowledge, and especially in comparison to the guys over here. You know, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just night and day. Like some people, like I feel like that's, you get Division I versus the pros kind of shit. They're real good players. They're probably, developing into something nice, but I don't know. There's still they're still raw, rough around the edges over there, in my opinion. But go ahead.
Yeah, man, it is a little bit different over here, man. You know, it's different to the point to where, like you said, we can go in any era and we can chop this shit up, man. So again, it's a space on YouTube for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? They space is just not what our space is. You understand? Now we can go over there, because we can do it all. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, like my man Get the Smoke just expressed, it's a little bit different over here. You know what I'm saying? Clark, you was trying to get something off your chest earlier. I introduced Smoke, man. What was that you want to get off the chest after Zone that spoke his piece? All right, we'll go back to Clark. But yeah, man, I think it's like I said, it's a space for everybody in the community. You understand what I'm saying? Especially on the debate platform, right? These debates, man, they go back, man, I don't know how long, man. I mean, they go back a while, probably close to 10 years, 8 years. Boys been debating on YouTube about boxing stuff. You understand what I'm saying? I do think a lot of the debates that are surrounded on other channels are a lot of debates that are prediction based. You understand what I'm saying? And as Zone said, let's get on this shit that's already got a foregone conclusion, right? Something that we really could nail down and come out with a decisive answer on, something similar to what we did on Zone channel earlier when we was talking about the top heavyweights of all time. You understand what I'm saying? And it was a conversation that engaged everybody in the chat, right? So we are literally going through the chat trying to come up with a top 5, top 10 heavyweight. You understand what I'm saying? And boys was going back all the way, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis. You understand what I'm saying? Come on now. We know how long ago that was. Jack Johnson. You see what I'm saying? So the extent of the knowledge in the conversation can go back as far as we need it to. You know, we got my man Hyplo. This boy knowledge go back 100 plus years. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the kind of thing that's our lane. You know, obviously we can go into other lanes. You understand what I'm saying? The signal light work. You know what I'm saying? The signal light work. And you know, and depending on what it is, we might not even put the signal on. You dig what I'm saying? We just gonna swing and bang. So this is my deal right here, man. During the debate, Get the Smoke. From the parts that you heard, first and foremost, who did you have winning the debate? And if you didn't look at the whole thing, then you know you don't have to give your opinions. But the part you did here, give us your opinions about
it. Yeah, so I didn't hear any one round all the way through. I heard parts of each and every round, but I didn't hear any of them all the way through. So my thing is going to be real tainted. I really liked. I heard knockouts thing. Like I didn't hear Wayne's opening. Oh no, I did. I heard Wayne's opening and knockouts opening for. I want to say it was the first round, and there was a part, and I think it was Shakur versus Tank, who's going to have the best career. That question. And Wayne had an excellent rebuttal, but I didn't hear the whole thing. I just love this shit where he was like, well, everyone thought Oscar De La Hoya was going to have, because Knockout was talking about how Tank, everyone's looking for Tank right now, and everybody's ducking Shakur. It's like, well, that used to be Floyd and Oscar. I really like that. I really like that reference in that pull. And
yeah, that was a hell of a point. That was a hell of a point.
I like that shit a lot.
I mean, because it was factual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, because and a lot of it, like you can get prisoner of the moment, like you can become a prisoner of the moment, where you think, oh yeah, of course it's Tank. Well, hold up. if you go back a little bit of ways and you were there, then you remember that Oscar was that guy. Like, but you know, Floyd was begging for scraps. His biggest payday at that point was against Gotti, right? That $400K, and that was his only pay-per-view. That dude was starving. Yeah. Anyway, I thought that was an excellent point, but yeah, I can't really give my what I heard was, which made me which solidified my feelings about the whole thing, was one of the judges' comments about Wayne saying that Terrence Crawford was the best lightweight in the world, right? And him saying that if he was the best lightweight, he would have fought Errol Spence. See, that kind of stuff right there is the kind of thing that makes
that was
me
bad. That was bad. That was
right.
Bad.
That's what I'm saying about the level of sophistication of some of the judges that go there. Like they're the homies in their community, and he is trying to foster a community, but some of the people in that community are just relative novices, right? They're they're like neophytes compared to like the guys over here, really, for real. So it's like when you have that level of understanding, and now you have to debate the judges to get a score. Like, man, yeah, that was not a good look. But I do think at the same time, Wayne Talk maybe it needs to convince the judges of why Terrence Crawford was the number one. No, don't just claim it, like support your claim. But I don't know. Who knows if the judge is just going to be just disagreeing with you and then arguing your point down? Like, now it's you versus the judge too. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is the thing I will say right here, and I'm gonna let Ryan Clark cook because he been itching to get in and say something. Whenever you're a judge, you got to take your personal opinions out of it, and you have to absorb the information that the debaters are giving and based your decision off the information that was provided. Right. The only thing as a judge that I think you need to be that you need to be consistent on is the simple fact of you need to make sure you fact checking. When somebody makes a point, you need to make sure that it is a valid point and you are fact checking. Anything that's opinionated, you need to 86 that shit out your head, bro. When he said that, like, come on, man. If he was the best, southpaw in the world, he would have already fought Earl Spence. Bro, that shit don't have nothing to do with what the fuck we talking about right now in this debate. Okay? You took your own personal opinions, okay? A motherfucker that probably takes selfies of himself in the mirror for IG, a self-centered motherfucker, and you inserted yourself into the debate. And as a judge, that's bullshit, bro. Like, but at the end of the day, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because the other judges picked KO. And Wayne Talk got to live with that decision, and I don't think he has a problem with it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know Wayne Talk, and he a straight G with his shit. Ryan Clark, what you got for me, boss? All right, Ryan Clark, I keep going back to you. Oh, okay, here we go.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, all I want to say was this right here. Whenever they ever want to look at that boy's on, I'm LB, man. I want to be, like you say, straight rebuttals, not that 10-minute, 5-minute is that drags on. They need to be able to have a conversation and talk. And another thing, I think we need to do something like this. We need to put topics in a hat. You know what I'm saying? We can go 90s heavyweight, 80s heavyweight, you know what I'm saying? 70s middleweight, put it up in a hat. Online, you dig in the hat, pick it, boom. Just the topic. Let them cook. Cause I'm that confident in my fighter. You know what I'm saying? This round table, it's like TMT, man. I'm LB, dog.
Well, we got that in the works, man. That's the point.
We got that. Yeah, we got that in the works, man. And that's gonna bring me to the announcement that I'm making later on, man, because I'm gonna do something different on my channel, man, that nobody in YouTube is doing. Not that I know of, let me just say that, right? We're gonna try to come with some originality, man. And the people in the chat, man, you guys who drive the channel, so I want to get you guys more engaged, and I want to do something for y'all, man. Because what we doing right now, us four up here talking, we do this every single day almost, man, behind the scenes, on the phone. You dig what I'm saying? So what we're doing now and what this channel is going to be geared around is just showing homage to the people who support the channels. You understand? Whether it's my channel, whether it's Coach K's channel, Zone 6, whether it's my man Get the Smoke channel, whether it's Hype Low channel, whether it's Wayne Talk channel. You understand what I'm saying? That's what we doing, man. People who support the community, because at the end of the day, community means just that, right? We got to put it out there and we got to support one another. You dig? So, all that bullshit, man, look, we're going to bring some originality to YouTube, to the fix. You understand what I'm saying? I am the ambassador, and I'm always going to keep it a book with everybody. You dig? So, let me ask y'all a question. So, Get the Smoke. You got into the debate series, the World Series of Debate.
I'm just ready to slide, man. Let me wrap up with y'all, man. Appreciate you for having me on this thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna be listening to y'all as we speak and Get the Smoke. It's up to you. It's your belt. I can't tell you, you know, what to do with it. You can put it on the line or not. It's up to you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Yeah, I definitely don't mind it. Like, I don't mind it being like a man though, and come on over here and do it with the real, at the real show, without
yes,
all of
Hey,
whatever the
look,
hell it is.
if they want that belt, they gotta come see us over here.
that's right.
Period.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. If they want the strap, they gotta come over here and see us. They gotta come abroad. You understand what I'm saying? Get with your people, okay? And we can work something out, baby. You know, this not a hostile environment over here, man. It's all gravy over here on the fix, man. But yeah, get the smoke. Is
Yeah,
the
for me,
champion.
it's just about knowledge, right? It's just about knowledge, sophistication of the fuck sport. You got to know a thing or two. Some guys, they just been around for 3-4 years. They don't even know what they don't know, right?
Right. Well, all right, fellas, man. Y'all keep going. I'm listening to y'all. I'm out, man.
All right, man. So look, so let me holler at my man Red Glove Militant. Let me go to the chat right here. Let me just shout out everybody that they came through to support your boy. All right. We got Trey came through. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you stopping by. Lisa Bells, always a pleasure talking to you, shorty. Always, always. I go back, Lisa Bells, all the way to Charlie Brown, where I started. My first live stream was on Charlie Brown boxing, man. Shout out to Charlie Brown. I don't know what you're doing right now, but you know, I hope everything's all good with you, boss. You and your family. Ryan Clark was just on the panel. My man Juice, man. Shout out to Juice. Get the Smokers on the panel right here. Okay. Let's keep Champ Ross. Look, man, Champ Ross has started something original himself. You know what I'm saying? He has a boxing prediction league. That's also prize money is involved in that. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're really into boxing and you like making picks, Champ Ross is your man. The season has already started, but it's never too late to get in that prediction league and prepare yourself for what's to come the following year. So shout out to Champ Ross, man. A real good dude, man. So salute to him.
And
All right.
and right now you're, I am the season 8 champion of the Champ Ross Prediction League, and I can tell you, I'm sure it's developed in all kinds of ways. Back then, it was fun as shit. You had real fighters out there, names you would know, people who were real knowledgeable, like people considered historians and all that other stuff, making their picks is a lot of fun. But really, it was about like the obscure fighters and from around, and also the different kinds of fights you get from around the world. Like that dude had me deep in the Honduran league boxing fucking one of these weeks, and I was mad. And then all the fights got canceled after that. And I was, on the one hand, I was like, fuck, I did all that work for nothing. But then on the other hand, I was like, you know what? I never would have even considered that, like, there is a Dominican there's a whole different kind of scene with boxing in the Dominican Republic and
Yeah,
what it
you know
looks
the
like
thing.
over there and how those guys get down.
Yeah, the thing about the prediction league, man. You know, I did 2 seasons of the prediction league. Is it really helps you pay attention to boxing. You understand what I'm saying? Fights that you normally wouldn't look at, or fighters that you normally wouldn't know. It gives you an insight of when these guys are going to be fighting, how good these guys are, or how good they're not, right? And it allows you to just be more engaged in boxing, right? So shout out to Champ Ross and shout out to my man Red Glove Militant.
Yeah,
Always
you
come
may not
through.
know it, but
And
there's boxing literally every weekend of every year.
yeah, exactly. Shout out to my boy Red Glove, L Dub Boxing. You understand what I'm saying? Salute to you, brother. What else we got? Let me see who else we got in there. All right, so yeah, that's all we got right now. That's in the chat. So this is what I want to do, right? And Champ Ross, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You and other guys, all these different channels, man, y'all have given me the ability to explore different avenues when it comes to my channel, right? Because you guys do stuff for the community, man. You know, Champ Ross, I know it takes a lot of effort to do that league, even with KO setting up that debate, right? So that's good for the community, man. And I want to get the community involved myself. So what I'm finna do on my channel is, listen to me now, and we're gonna start immediately with this right here. Okay, just to give y'all a heads up, everybody that's tuning in, we got the World Series of debates, of boxing debates, coming up pretty soon. KO, shout out to him and what he did. He's putting on a tournament. But me personally, I'm a gambler. Okay, I gamble. I love sports in general. I'm just not hooked to boxing. And if you follow my channel, you'll see that we're gonna be talking about a whole lot more than just boxing. Basketball, football, baseball. I do it all. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm a student of athletics. You understand? Of athletes. You dig? So we're going to do it all on my channel. But what I'm about to do for the community, the first thing I'm going to say is this right here. Anybody that comes to my channel that's in the chat, I am going to make this a educational experience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pose questions throughout the conversation, the boxing conversation. And I'm going to give you guys a chance to answer these historical questions that I'm going to be dropping on y'all head every now and then, okay? You know, I can't do it every single show, but I will do it enough to make it worth your while. So let me explain to you how this is going to work, okay? When you come to my show, we're going to be in here. A lot of times, boxing historians, honestly, on this channel over here, right? Because boxing goes back, it's the oldest, pretty much the oldest sport. It's the oldest sport in the world. So we want to bring it back. We want to educate you guys who may be new to YouTube or new to the sport. And I'm going to pose questions throughout the show, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to answer it. When I give you guys a chance to answer it, I am going to be giving out prize money. All right? Prize money, right? So I ask you a question, something simple. I don't know. Who's undisputed at 168-pound division right now? I hope everybody knows that answer, right? First person that types the answer in, boom, Canelo Alvarez. All right? Then, after you get that, I'm going to ask you another question, okay? The next question, this is to be fair, just to give people a chance to, just in case you get the answer wrong. The next question is going to be something. I don't know what the question may be. I don't know who was the last undisputed heavyweight champion, okay? And this will be for the cash payment, okay? So it's going to be a two-question thing. First question is going to get you to the second question that's going to get you that cash out. If you do not answer it correctly, it goes to the next person, and then they'll get the chance. But it's going to be a different question if you don't get it right the first time. I'm going to give you 4 seconds to answer it. And then if you don't, I'm going to the next person, and I'm going to give them a different question, and you're going to get 4 seconds to answer that. Okay? So we're going to be doing that on the chat. I think that's going to be fun. That's going to keep everybody engaged. L Dub, I see you November 13, 1999. Okay. We all know who that was. So this is the deal right here. Also, what I want to do is this right here. You have a debate series coming up. You got a bracket coming up. You have 27 individuals that entered in the tournament. So this is what I'm gonna do for the people, man. This is what I'm gonna do for the people. Right
It turned into 31.
30. Oh, see, that's even better. Turned into 31. That's even better. That's even better. The more the merrier. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up a bracket league over here. And what I'm gonna do is this right here. I'm gonna give people an opportunity to write out a bracket. Okay, email it to me, the fix. I'll put my email in the chat. Okay, and you're gonna write out the bracket, who you think is gonna win. And at the end of the debate series, whoever has the closest bracket to being correct, I'm gonna give you our prize money. I don't know, maybe 150, maybe 200. I'll make it interesting for you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I do have some stipulations that comes along with this bracket league, though. Okay. First thing is this right here. Your entry, you got to be sub to the channel. That's the first thing. Okay. The next thing is if you are in the tournament and you make out a bracket, you got to have yourself winning the tournament. Okay, that's just the we don't. And if you're a judge, you cannot enter in the bracket league. Okay, so it's going to be set up kind of like how March Madness does it. You see the teams, you make your bracket. Person who gets the closest to having a perfect bracket gets the prize money. Now, obviously, I have to manage this, so spots are going to be limited. Okay, so this is the deal right here.
Hey, Phil, my phone's gonna die. I'm gonna plug it in. I'll be right back.
No, that's cool. No, I'm just cooking on how this thing gonna go. So once KO drops all the information into his community page and we get the brackets, you guys can start filling out the brackets. On my community page, I am going to have my email address and I'm going to explain the rules of the bracket play. All right? For people who didn't hear. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, anybody who may have just jumped in, what we're going to do is we are going to take the bracket. I'm going to allow you guys to fill out the bracket before the tournament, obviously. And then whoever has the closest to a perfect bracket at the end of the tournament, I am going to issue you a cash prize. Because you know what? It's all about the community, man. You know, but it will be stipulations in that, right? You got to be sub to the channel, okay? That's your entry. The spots are limited because I got to manage this shit myself. If you in a tournament and you fill out a bracket, you better have yourself winning. If you don't, your bracket is disqualified. And if you're a judge or you're participating in the actual debate series, then you cannot enter in the bracket play because you can determine the outcome of a win or in a loss. Okay? So that's my idea. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something original. I want to do something for the community. But I got to give salute to my man KO because without him coming out with the series, I wouldn't even thought about doing the March Madness style bracket for the community. So salute to him and shout out to him, man. And shout out to everybody that's inspired me to jump on YouTube and start making content because I've been on this thing for a long time, but I've never made content on my own channel, right? So this is what I'm about to start doing. So it's two different things. I just explained the first one. The next thing is people who jump into the chat, I'm going to be doing pop quizzes, okay? The first question is going to get you to the second question. You answer the first person that answers the first question right. All right, I'm going to ask you a second question. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to answer. If you get it right, guess what? You get a cash prize, okay? This is not something I'm going to do every single live stream, but this will be something that I will do to make it worth you guys while just to come through and listen to your boy talk boxing or listen to your boy talk sports, okay? Because again, man, I'm in love with this community, man. I love sports. I love boxing. I'm really a football guy at heart, though. You understand what I'm saying? You know, football guy. Go Cowboys for all the haters out there. Fuck you if you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, man, this is the deal, man. Tonight they had a great debate with Wayne Talk in Knockout Boxing 86. Okay, I think Wayne made some good points. I think KO made some good points. I think Wayne is going to be trouble in the debate series for a lot of cats. You know, because Wayne hadn't debated in a while. I think he might have been just a little bit rusty, just a little bit. But I think tonight he shook off the rust. You understand what I'm saying? And he going to be ready to go when that tournament starts. And he'll part of the round table, so you know I'm fucking with him all day. All day. Ain't no questions asked. I'm riding with the homie. You understand what I'm saying? I'm riding shotgun with the shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, because that's how we do, man. King G, what's up, boy? I see you in the chat. You want to jump in here or what? I'm going to post this link again for you, boss. If anybody want to jump in and come get their thoughts about the debate. All right, there we go. I posted the link in the chat again. All right, so this is the deal, man. Again, so I'm going to just say we got, for anybody that didn't catch the show yesterday, we got Rolly coming up. We got the weigh-in tomorrow. Okay, he's fighting for a baby belt, but nevertheless, he's fighting for a belt. you know, it's got to be a glorious day when you can lose by stoppage, and then your next fight you can fight for a title. I don't know what they're doing over there at BBC, but they got some stuff over there, man. I don't know if it's voodoo, Zulu. I don't know what it is, man, but they definitely got their way of making a mark for their fighters, particularly, right? And then after that, we got Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. That's going to be a very, very exciting fight. I am very excited for this fight. This fight probably should have happened several years ago. But the truth of the matter is, I think now Haney is more ready for the fight than he would have been a couple of years ago. L Dub, what's up, brother? I appreciate you coming to the show, man. I appreciate you showing me love in the chat as well, man. Did you get a chance to check out the debate?
Nah, I ain't watch it. What's good with you though? I appreciate you having me.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure.
I ain't watch it, but with the Rolly, I'm actually going to cover that fight tomorrow. I'm going to the weigh-in. His fight is for the vacant title now because they stripped Playo.
Really?
Yeah, they stripped him. It was gonna be for the interim, but like I think Wednesday they actually stripped Playo. So Rolly and Barroso gonna be for the vacant WBA, and then they got 120 days to face Ahari Davis, the kid from the UK. So you know what I'm saying, that bill gonna get tied up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, so you say this happened just yesterday then?
Yeah, Wednesday. It came out Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh man, see, look, that's another thing, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's got to be a good man. Look, let me tell you something. Grace is shining on Rolly right now. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, how lucky can you be, man? You know, he's got a good team, man, to put him in a position to be able to fight for a title after coming off a stoppage loss, man. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, he got a good team for sure. They seen something with him with the Tank fight, so they think they can market him. So that's why they're gonna give him, you know what I'm saying, that situation. And plus, it's in Vegas, so when Rolly when I go to the fights and see Rolly, Rolly get a lot of love from the fans. So I guess the powers that be see that as like shit. Let's see what we can do with him headlining. So I think that's what it's more about than anything else.
Yeah, you know, I think Rolly is one of those fighters that bring an unpredictable element to boxing, right? He likes to talk a lot of trash. He's an interesting character. And I think the people really do like Rolly because he is a likable guy, right? So I think he might be on to something as far as saying that he gets a lot of love and trying to see if he's somebody that they can actually market. You understand what I'm saying? Because they are kind of not necessarily running out of fighters, but, you know, they need some new faces right now. So I think you might be on to something. So you're going to be in Vegas tomorrow covering that, right?
Yep, I'll be up in there.
Man, Look, let me tell you something. Do I follow your channel?
I'm not sure if you do.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure. I follow your channel, man, so I can catch that. You're gonna be dropping the content on your channel?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop some content. I'm gonna drop some shorts. I got a website too, man. I'm trying to do a lot of different things, man, on my channel.
Okay, man, that's good, man. That's what's up.
Mostly, you know, talk boxing, all that good shit. We can go into the history, what's going on right now. I talk about the rankings, so you know, I do something kind of different because a lot of people don't understand the rankings. And I used to be like that as a fan. I'd be like, why did like Rolly? Why he getting the opportunity? But Rolly came into the 140 rankings like 8 months ago. And I was telling people on the channel, hey bro, something gonna happen with Rolly. He about to fight for a title or something. They don't just do that out the blue. And then look where we at. So I just like to give people a heads up, drop news, do all that, you know what I'm saying? We're around too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing some good stuff too.
Man, that's what's up, man. I like to see young brothers get involved in boxing, man, and bring that to us. Because at the end of the day, man, I got a channel, but I'm fans of a bunch of different channels, man, truth be told, because like I said, we a community, man, and you know we need to stick together, right? So anybody like yourself taking time out of your day to bring us content, man, I show nothing but respect to that. Lisa, we got my girl Lisa in the door. How you doing?
Hey, how's everybody?
Oh, we doing well over here. Appreciate you coming out, let me.
How you doing,
Yeah.
Lisa?
How you doing, L Dub? I was gonna ask you, L Dub. I had read did they put and thanks for having me, Phil Walker.
For sure, for sure.
Um
Always welcome.
I had read somewhere, was it earlier or yesterday? Did they put Puello, Alberto Puello, champion in recess?
Yep, that's correct. So it's like effectively they stripped him and put him in recess. Next week at the Nevada State Athletic Commission meeting, they're going to determine if they're going to suspend him or not, which they likely will because they're really going to fight for the title, you know. But it could change, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they put him in recess.
You know, it's something about that story that was fishy to me. I don't know what it is. You know how your gut tells you? I was like, I don't believe this guy popped. Maybe it's just me, but it's just something that was gnawing at me. Have you ever
What
felt like that? Like,
what 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 company did he test for? Was that
I
It
guess
was
Vada, right?
it was Vada. It was Vada.
it was Vada? Okay. I because
Yeah.
you got Vada, you about 18 of them out there. So
Yeah.
so it was Vada. Okay. I mean Vada
Oh, okay.
rarely
Yeah.
gets they rarely get things wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But you know
Yeah, it's
what though?
just,
You could, Lisa,
yeah.
you could be on to something because the last four Rolly fights, right? He either had a replacement or he got a fight canceled. You remember the fight with Tank? Supposed to be in
Uh
December.
huh.
It got canceled, right? Then they brought in Pitbull, but before that, he had a late replacement and Avery Sparrow. He beat him. He had another guy in place, and then he's supposed to face somebody else, and he fought the kid Anthony Yidget. Now this is the fourth time in a row where he having a replacement or some type of opponent. So I don't know if that going to what you're saying, if that's something they kind of set up, or it's just by happens chance because that shit seems like a trend instead of a coincidence now. You know what I'm saying? So it's something to think
Yeah.
about for sure.
Yeah, and Puello was cooperative, and he's trying to work with them to see what had happened or whatever. So that's a good thing. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it could be me. I just instantly my gut was like, I don't trust this, but I could be wrong. I'm wrong every day of my life. Well, about something, you know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when it comes to these testings and everything like that, I mean, we can't deny the fact that the last couple of rolling fights, something strange has went on. You understand what I'm saying? We can't ignore that fight, but when it comes to this testing, I think that those guys, man, they're pretty thorough in their testing process. You
Mhm.
rarely get somebody
Yeah.
that has a B sample that comes back that's good, right? So I don't know the case
Yeah.
with this guy, but
Yeah.
they're giving him an opportunity. They're making him a champion in recess, right? The only
Yeah.
thing, like L Dub said, they probably will suspend him though. Once everything comes together and they do their
Mhm.
investigations with the B sample and all and whatnot. But at the same time, they have given Rolly an opportunity to fight for the big title now, right? So
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
tells you exactly what direction the sanctioned body is going in. So I
Yeah.
think it
Yeah.
might be a wrap on that thing. You know what I mean? But
Mhm. Yeah.
it is what it is. L Dub, I just subbed to your channel too, boss. Just giving you a heads up on that, man. So I
I
appreciate
appreciate it.
you dropping your
Cool.
knowledge, giving
Cool.
us information, man, and supporting the channel. Man, let me tell you something. Me and Lisa go way back, man. A lot of people don't know that. But we go way back to
Yeah.
Charlie Brown boxing. You know what I'm saying? Lisa been around. Lisa probably been around longer than me, honestly. So,
I
uh,
came I came around before the I came in this community in the throes of Maypac before the fight started. I mean before
mhm.
the fight happened. So I came in, it was like scary because everybody was fighting.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you
So
something.
I
This
ain't never seen
community,
nothing like this before.
yeah. The community was at one point in time, man. It was community divided. You understand what I'm saying? That was the days
Mhm.
where uh we had they had a lot of debates going on between the Mayweather and the Pacquiao thing. Man,
Yeah.
it was going crazy, man. The community was going crazy, man. But that was good times, though. It was good times. It was always
Yeah,
good
yeah, it
times.
was. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
it
it was
was. Got
wild. It was a
crazy.
wild stuff going on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa, you watched the debate, right?
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah,
opinions on
I
it?
was in the I was in the chat.
Okay,
I
so
thought it was a good debate. See, the thing is, when Wayne Talk had brought up the I'm trying to remember what was the first question again.
well, see, it was a lot of confusion on that first question because I think that Wayne Talk was answering the question in the trajectory of the
Hmm.
fighters, and KO was answering the question in the sense of where the fighters were at right now. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it
Right,
may have been a little bit of confusion with that first question. Um, but
right.
it was, yeah, the first question was who's going to have the better career going forward? I believe that was the first question.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
me personally, I picked. I said Shakur, and only because Shakur is going for, like, he's not necessarily going for the regular titles, which I if that's what Tank wants to do, that's fine. But Shakur is going more so for more of a legacy route, whereas he's what is he, a two division champ, and
Yeah. Two
you know
division
uh
unified champion.
right. So I can't necessarily say, like, with Tank, it's more of they building Tank as an attraction and a star, and yada 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 yada, like he's kind of like above the belts. So already, so I just felt that with Shakur, Shakur's that type of fighter that a lot of people are not gonna necessarily run to always go fight. But at the same time, I feel, because I'm from Newark, born and raised like Shakur. So
Okay.
what they're doing at the Prudential Center, it's really doing well for him, you know. And his homecomings have been very successful. So this last one was really really big. So I see they got something there, and I just keep doing it. Just get him out there and get him. Even if they put him in uh who knows? They can put him in Madison Square Garden too, maybe the big room.
Yeah, I personally think that as far as Shakur is concerned, I think that he is in a good position with being with top ranking Bob Arum. Bob Arum has a track record of building fighters. Right now, they don't always stay with Bob, but Bob does create a very sturdy foundation for these guys to propel themselves to the next level if they do decide to leave him. L Dub, you was
Right.
about to say
Yeah.
something, boss?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like Shakur loved boxing more than Tank. Outside looking in, I know
Mm-hmm.
Tank is being built correctly. Well, he's getting built to a point where he can make money as a attraction, and he may have more options at the end of the day than Shakur. But I feel like Shakur is in it for the long haul.
Hmm.
It's something about him. Like, he's always mentoring younger fighters. Not to say Tank don't, but you always see Shakur around boxing when he don't have a fight coming up. He'll be talking about boxing or saying this one is cold, this one is that. When Tank is out the spotlight, he out the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Shakur love him more. Hence, it'll make him stay around more and longer. He'll have bigger opportunities once because I think Shakur can be a star as well. Like what he been doing in his last two fights at home, that was real dope. You know what I'm saying? He got the East Coast on lock. And if they were ever to fight, that fight have to be on the East Coast, I believe. Madison Square Garden or the Barclays. So I probably would lean towards Shakur in that one, but Tank definitely got like I ain't gonna say a better team, but that team is pushing him like the pay-per-view route, so he getting that notoriety. So
Let me tell you
Right.
something. I think that so. Obviously, I was at the debate supporting my man Wayne Talk. One thing that I think Wayne Talk should have brought up as far as um, who's going to have the better career is Tank said that he's probably gonna retire pretty soon. I thought that was kind of, for whatever.
Yeah, he did say that. I remember that. That was recent.
He said that was just recently, right? I thought my man Wayne Talk probably should have put some emphasis on that because, I mean, when you talk about who's going to have the better career going forward, I mean, Tank Davis basically said that he don't know how much more longer he's going to be boxing. He's going to retire pretty soon because he wants to help his community. Now, I have no problem with Tank Davis going out and helping his community. You understand what I'm saying? That's a very noble thing. But for the sake of the debate, I think that's probably something that should have been brought up, as well as Tank Davis really doesn't have a true weight class, right? So my thing is this right here. I don't think Tank Davis has a very solid foundation when it comes to the professional side of boxing. You understand what I'm saying? This guy's fought at 130, 35, 40, and he's been flip-flopping back and forth. This is why whenever you talk about Tank Davis, and even KO brought this up, as well as Wayne Talk, you got guys calling him out at 140, okay? You got guys calling him out at 35, and the truth of the matter is, one of his greatest opponents is Leo Santa Cruz, and he fought him at 130. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So, when you talk about Tank and his trajectory and where his career is going, he said he's about to retire pretty soon. And the truth of the matter is he really doesn't have any real weight class, at least not at the moment, because he also said that he wants to stick around 135, which I hope he does because that's where all the work is. As well, he can go up to 140, but really he don't really belong up there. You understand what I'm saying? What you guys think about those 2 points that probably should have been brought up in the debate?
Great point. Sometimes maybe Wayne Talk didn't, because sometimes you don't catch all the videos or different things the fighters are talking about. So, he may not have known that or whatever. I did hear Tank say something about that, but I didn't take it to heart because I said, it's too much money on, he's still young, but I know in some of those smaller weight classes, they don't always, some of them stay, but some don't. It depends.
Yeah. And the ones that stay, they end up fighting at 147 at one more time. I mean, for whatever reason, when those guys stay, they've been fighting at 130, 135. They move all the way up to 147 and just kind of end their career there. Now, I don't have a problem with Tank getting work with Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and potentially somebody else, and saying, hey, look, I've done my work in boxing. I'm done. I've made my money. I want to go and help the community. I don't have a problem with that, right? Because most of the time, boxers stay too long, and a lot of times that backfire on them. It's not very many guys that get to step away undefeated and rich. You know what I'm saying? And if you can do it, man, kudos to you.
Yeah, that's rare, like you said. That's rare.
Yeah.
That's a rare feat.
Yeah.
And so kudos to you if you can do it.
Exactly. Let me ask y'all something. Who y'all got winning the Haney and Lomachenko fight?
I like Devin Haney.
Okay.
I see it as being competitive early. I like how Devin Haney normally starts off his fights, getting his jab going. In this fight, I would like to see him get the right hand going. He haven't really been shooting that right hand since the injury versus Santiago in November 2019. He really don't shoot it if you pay attention. He'll hook off the jab. He'll pot shot. You know what I'm saying? He'll get the jab going, a good stiff jab. But the key to the fight to me is, when it get late in the fight, like 8 through 12, I feel like that's when Lomachenko steps it up. I call it a championship gear. And all of his fights at lightweight, you can go back and watch him. He always steps it up, turns it up around 8 or 9, and for the duration of the fight. Can Haney match that? Because those guys going to fight pretty much equal, up until that point. And that's when normally Lomachenko turns it up. What would Haney do to deter that? That's a big question to me. Got him getting off to a good start and the jab and all that good shit, but I want to see what's going to happen in those late rounds because that's when Loma really turns it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's my key to the fight.
Okay, so you think it
Great.
might be a Haney early, Lomachenko late swing is what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I can see that, man, because Loma does have tendencies to press the gas on the back end, right? Um,
hmm
so I could see that happen. What about you, Lisa?
Elda made a lot of great points because I didn't even think about it like that. Because even in the Tio fight, he turned the gas up uh the second half of the fight, kind of sort of more. But I'll say this: I was thinking, Devin definitely have to establish that jab and a strong power jab. Keep him at bay. But at the same time, when Loma comes in, which Devin is known like to clinch, Loma can get. Loma knows how to get out of clinches. You ever notice? Like he lifts his arm up and
Mhm.
just,
That's a good point.
Yeah,
you know.
Loma
So
does know how to get out of clinches. I agree with that.
right now, if Devin can lock one of his arms, that'd be good. But I saw a picture of Devin yesterday. He is ripped and shredded.
Mm.
He shredded. So like I know that right now this is the biggest fight so thus far in his career. So I think like he has to be careful like when Loma comes in, and if Loma start that's when Loma like towards the end he start all in pity pat and hitting you everywhere. So I think I don't know if the footwork would be an issue because Devin has footwork, but so you got to work off of them angle. Loma works off of them angles. I think he just can keep him. I don't want to say make it a boring fight, but he just gotta. I'm sure. Listen, Devin has been around some of the greatest people, in boxing.
Yes.
So he's working with people on the perfect game plan to negate anything. Working that mid range or that. Because when Loma comes up close, yeah. Also, he got to be careful of Loma with body shots. I think if Devin goes to the body, he can slow him down. But I'm gonna say this: I'm going for Devin. But I'm gonna say
Okay.
this: this is the last rodeo for Lomachenko. He always wanted to be undisputed, so he's coming guns blazing.
Oh, and that's the point that I was going to make. So, because I agree with you 110%, Lisa. This is the last rodeo for Lomachenko. You understand what I'm saying? Uh,
hmm
and I think he knows that, right? Because obviously he had the shoulder injury against what's the guy Tiafimo. He supposedly had the shoulder injury against Tiafimo, and he
Yeah.
realized that he missed his opportunity. You understand what I'm saying?
hmm
So if
Yeah.
Lomachenko can go in, and like my man Hyplo just said down here in the chat, unless he wins, if Lomachenko
hmm
wins, um, that's going to be able to extend his career a lot longer than anticipated if he loses. You understand what I'm saying? And it just
hmm
depends on how good he looks when he comes out against Haney. This is something another point that I would bring up.
hmm
Haney is going to try to keep Lomachenko at bay with the jab because that's stylistically that's what he represents as a fighter, right? Distance, technicalities, and fundamentals, right? I think that's Haney. He doesn't like
hmm
to take a whole lot of risks because when he does, he often pays for it, right? We saw that against Linares when he didn't have to do that, but he decided to do it and he got caught, got a little woozy. But at the end of the day, I think he boxed Linares beautifully. I think he had a wonderful performance. I just think he should have stuck to the game plan the entire time. The thing about it is right
hmm
here with Lomachenko, I think Lomachenko is methodic. I think he's been watching Devin for a long time. I think he's been watching
hmm
Devin for a very long time because Devin is one of those fighters that is very talented. You can see the talent in him. You can see the dedication. And Loma knew that Devin was coming sooner or later. You understand what I'm saying? And the time is now. So I think that Lomachenko will be prepared for a Devin Haney style. And from a stylistic standpoint, I know that Lomachenko is the kind of guy that has the fancy footwork, but Devin is a lot bigger than Lomachenko, and he should be able to handle the footwork pretty good. The only thing is, if Loma can get past that jab and get inside and get some work off, you know, it may be a different story. I don't think anybody's going to get stopped in this fight. So it's going to be a boxing match, literally. It's going to be a boxing match to where these guys, from a technical standpoint, are going to be trying to read each other the entire night. I think whichever one just kind of throws caution to the wind and decides to let it all hang out is probably going to be the one that's going to end up winning the fight. And I think it's going to be super exciting on the back end in the championship rounds 1 through probably 8, 9. I think it's going to be a very serious, intense chess match between those two guys. That's just my own prediction about it. I don't know who I'm picking yet, but I will pick somebody before the fight for sure.
Hey, it was one thing you said that I liked about Loma studying Haney, and the proof of that is in his last fight. He fought a guy, Jamal Ortiz. I mean, that's probably the closest you can find. And that's a hell of I can't call it a tune-up, but that's a hell of a fight in preparation for a Devin Haney fight, a young, athletic. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that, and the other point, this may be his last hurrah. Lomachenko is a proud guy. Whatever you say about him, he a proud guy. You know what I'm saying? He put his all in boxing. He gonna try to come and win the fight. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody thinking it's gonna be a 9-3 wash or 10-2, that's crazy to me. I'm thinking it's gonna be like 7-5 Haney. But like I said, I want to see how he react in those last 4-5 rounds, because really nobody really has responded well. Not Linares, not Pedraza. He stopped Linares in the 10th when he came on down the stretch. He dropped Pedraza twice late in that fight to come on. Ortiz in his last fight. Ortiz, that fight was pretty much close, neck to neck. Ortiz started to get tired a little bit and winded, and then Lomachenko edged it out, in my opinion. So, yeah, bro, as the fight gets closer, that's for us boxing fans. That's when the shit get real. Like, we can talk about it 3 months from now, all that shit. See the jury, see Loma out there in the trenches in Ukraine. But when they get down to fight week, that's when you can start breaking stuff down. You can start thinking about other stuff that a lot of people don't think about. They make this fight tighter and tighter. So that's one of the good things about boxing that I love, because we don't be thinking about most of this shit like when the fight got announced in February, March. We didn't even think about that shit. But now that's when you get to the nitty gritty, because it's right there, right around the corner.
So L-Dub, are you gonna be that fight is in Vegas too, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to get that too. I'm waiting on the
L-Dub said, I ain't missing nothing. I don't care how big, how small. I need my piece of the pie. I'm trying to get to everything.
I live in California. I live in California, like basically in the middle between LA and Vegas. Either way, 2.5 either way. So whenever
that's what's up.
To be in the building. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How long is the drive?
It's 2.5.
That ain't that.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Nah, that ain't. I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm glad I don't live way out there in nowhere near no casino. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be in the man. I'd be, sports betting. See, we got casinos in Louisiana because I'm in Texas, right? We don't have the sports betting like that, at least not nowhere close, right? The closest casino to me is Lake Charles, Louisiana, right? I don't know if y'all know where that's at, but they don't do sports betting.
It's probably near Shreveport, right?
Nah, it's far from Shreveport. Lake Charles is near it's South Louisiana. Is where Lake Charles is. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, that's the closest thing to Texas as far as going to a casino and gambling. But yeah, man, I mean, you in a good spot. You say you 2.5 hours in either direction. That sounds like a plan, man. I'd be spending all my money on fights too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to all of them.
Maybe like an hour and a half to LA. I give you 2.5 because of the traffic, but it's probably if I'm driving straight, no traffic, like an hour and a half to LA. So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, man. Look,
Even
the one time
a flight is probably cheap to go there.
probably, I would think so. You
Mhm.
know, I went to
Yeah.
Vegas one time and we rented a car and went to LA. It took about 3.5, almost 4 hours to get there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was cool. We had a good time, man. The boys we kicked it, had a great time in LA.
Yeah,
uh
that's good. Yeah,
so
because
look, check
Atlantic
this out.
City, I'm in Jersey. Atlantic City is kind of dead. It's not what it
Oh
used to
man,
be.
you know what? So Atlantic City, man, I watched that show Boardwalk Empire, and I kind of was
Yeah.
looking at Atlantic City. I would imagine it's nothing like that now, though, right?
No, it used to be booming, but I don't know what happened. You know, the Monopoly board, that's Atlantic City,
Yeah, yeah,
believe it or
yeah.
not. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's just it kind of just died out after Trump, when they had that Taj Mahal and then all of that stuff, then they closed it down. It was really booming. Then they used to have a lot of bus rides there. They don't have it like they used to. I
Yeah,
mean, it's still down there, but they used to have boxing there, a lot of stuff.
yeah, yeah. I was looking at something the other day that said boxing used to be real big down in Atlantic City. Um,
Yeah. Remember
yeah,
Arturo Gotti? He was a big
yeah,
star over there.
yeah. He was. That's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah, man. But look, check this out. I'm about to close out the show. We've been going hard. It's about to be 10:45 down here in Texas. It's probably gonna bring us up
Okay.
to an hour and a half on the actual the live stream. So just real quick, I'm gonna say exactly what it is I'm doing. My announcement personally. What I'm bringing to the channel, man, and having the people in the chat be engaged, do something for the community. I'm gonna be posing pop quizzes and questions. The first question is going to get you to the second question, and the second question can get you some cash in your pocket. If you give the correct answer, you're gonna have 5 seconds to answer it. Okay, I'm gonna be doing that.
Mm.
Like I said, I, I'm not gonna be
Ooh, you
able to
ain't
be get.
playing.
No, no, no. We're gonna make it fun, man. We're gonna make it fun, and like I said, I want to give back to the YouTube community because you guys drive the channel, you guys drive the traffic. All I
Hmm.
ask is just subscribe, man. That's all.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
You
right
on
now
Twitter? You on Twitter?
I am on Twitter. I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm on
Yeah,
Twitter.
I gotta what do you call it? Follow you.
Oh yeah, put your in the private chat in the back. Put your Twitter stuff in there, and I'll make sure I type it in mine. And I'll follow you. L Dub. Also, if
Okay.
you're on any other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, I don't care what it is. Put your information back there in the private chat. I make sure I go follow you on that as well.
Okay, I got.
Um, for sure, man. So yeah, another thing that we're gonna be doing is check this out. They got 30. I think my man uh Get the Smoke said that they got 31 people entering in the tournament. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is,
Wow.
yeah, that's a lot of people that's gonna be in that tournament. It's gonna make it very interesting. And what I'm gonna do for the community is this right here. Once we get the bracket, okay, people fill out your brackets, okay, on who you think is gonna win the tournament. Send the brackets in to me. I'm going to post it on my community page, my email address, so I can see all the brackets. Uh,
Hmm.
and the person who has the closest to perfect bracket, or the bracket that is closest to being correct, I am going to award you with a cash prize. I haven't
Okay.
decided whether it's going to be, 150, $200, something like that. But again, I'm going to do something for the community. Um,
Okay.
the spots are gonna be limited. Okay, how many brackets? Because I got to manage these brackets myself. So I'm gonna have to be looking at everybody's bracket and making sure they got it right. Okay, this guy got this one. This guy got this one. So, but yeah, just fill out the bracket on who you think gonna win the tournament. Okay, and the person with the closest bracket gets the money at the end of the day. Okay, it's gonna be a
Hmm.
couple stipulations. You got to be sub to the channel. Okay, um, if you are a judge or you're participating, if you're a judge or if you're a judge, basically just a judge within the tournament, you cannot participate because you can determine the outcome of a debate. Also, if you are in the actual debate and you want to fill out a bracket, you obviously got to have yourself winning. Okay. If you don't have yourself winning, your bracket is automatically disqualified. Okay. And outside of that, man, may the best man or woman win. That's what we're gonna do over here on my channel. I'm gonna put it in my community page. As soon as my man KO, shout out to KO for throwing this extravagant tournament on, man, doing something for the community. And those guys over there, they're gonna bring their best game because they want to win that cash prize. So we're gonna give out a cash prize over here for people who are not participating in the actual tournament that just want to pick a winner or fill out a bracket that could potentially see who's going to win the tournament, and the one that has the closest bracket, you get the money at the end. So all my March Madness guys, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You get the bracket, you fill it out, you got the pool, whoever's got the best bracket, get the money. It's gonna be the same concept. Okay? So I'm gonna post that on the community page. As soon as my man KO posts the bracket, shout out to him for doing the series, man. It's a great idea. It's an original idea, and it's the first of its kind. And this is gonna be the first tournament pool play that we have over here on the Fix. I am the ambassador, and I am Philip Walker. So, look, at the end of the day, we're going to have fun with this, and I appreciate everybody coming through and support me. Y'all got some last words or what?
Hey, man, it's always an honor and a privilege, Philip Walker. You know, just boxing, just keeping boxing alive and thriving, you know, and being enthusiastic about it, you know. Bringing something, because a joker like me, who's more of a lover of the past boxes, just like stuff like this is interactive and it gives me like, a little excited,
Yeah, absolutely, man. I agree, man. You know, I just want to make this thing exciting, man, and do something for the community, for sure.
Absolutely.
L Dub, what you got for us, boss?
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate you having me on, coming in here talking about this boxing. Salute to Lisa Bells as well. I think it's a good idea. It's something I ain't seen, doing a bracket style on a debate tournament, and salute to Knockout too for doing this thing. I think everybody that loves this thing that we call boxing, the business of boxing, however you want to talk about it, you can always bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on myself. Once I found my niche in this boxing shit, I just did my thing and then look back. And I think once you find your niche and you know what you want to do, it serves a great deal, especially for your chat, because your chat is the one, like you said, they basically run the shit, really. So when you have a good chat, that's why I tell my guys over there on my channel, y'all do everything for me. I can sit up here and y'all can just ask me questions. I can go about 2 hours, so we can just interact like that. So yeah, that's what's up, man. That's dope, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm a support. I appreciate you, and I holler at y'all.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Much love, much respect, L-Dub. Much respect. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Much love and respect to the whole panel, everybody that came through today. Miss Lisa Bells, L-Dub, Zone 6, Ryan Clark, Get the Smoke, King G, boxingologist, everybody that came through, man. If I missed anybody, man, my apologies to you, man. But I appreciate everybody coming through, supporting the channel. This is a new channel, but we finna grow this thing bigger than life itself, man. So y'all keep supporting your boy, man. Y'all the ones that drive the channel. Y'all are my motivation as well as the rest of the community. So I just want to give a shout out and salute to everybody that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, man. And I'm out.
All right. Peace.
All right.